what age do you think it's appropriate for children to learn about same-sex relationships?
Ooh.
Not at 7.
To be honest, from my personal experience, I think 16 is where I was taught about sex education.
I think they shouldn't teach children about same-sex relationships.
Legally, the way I look at it, I think it's 18.
I think it should just be worked into the curriculum.
Probably in year 6, that's when I've got to learn it.
I have 3 sons myself. I think we talked about the whole sexual side of human beings we started around the age of 7 or 8, but very, very basic.
I think they need to be older.
Yeah, definitely.
The age
older.
they're introducing in primary school.
Parental upbringing these days with social media and what is happening there, a lot of things are being exposed to kids.
And I think that if you're taking it that step further, obviously there's a chance that people can be swayed into things that they don't want to be swayed into.
Around when you're like around 10, 11, that's when you start, having your own mind.
They used to teach reproduction at school in sex education.
See, that's a difficult one because children all grow at a certain speeds, don't they? If you know what I mean. So some children will be understanding of sex and everything else, and other children are still a lot younger.
If I'm honest, I think there's a lot of subjects which I would have probably gained from learning about, which I didn't learn anything about, which goes much broader than sex ed.
I personally think they should be over the age of 16, maybe more towards the adult side of things. I don't think like 10 and 11, that's way too young.
Young minds aren't really fully developed at that stage, so I think that it's all depending on the person.
I still think children should be educated in everything because you can't, as I say, if you don't educate children on these sort of things, that's where the hatred and the misunderstanding comes from, I believe.
I think the stage after primary school, so probably between 13 and 15 in my eyes.
Let children develop their own sexual identity.
I wouldn't necessarily force it, I would just let children know about it instead of, you guys should like go out and think about whatever this or whatever that.
I think it's a progressive conversation. I don't think you do it all at once. I think it's something you sort of start beginning to help them understand.
And this should be the area that they should put their focus into, not really saying they should bring it lower than that 18.
I think that's when I was taught.
Because otherwise you have a loss of innocence, which you want to hold on to for as long as possible because it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it confuses them.
Yeah, fully agree. I've got a primary school child and a secondary school child, and from nursery, he came back and I was like, oh, I've been told this. And once again, I was just like...
I think it shouldn't be like a topic, very straightforward. I think there should be like a process in terms how to educate that.
So I would say that it's a progressive conversation. You probably start at a point around toward the end of primary school, and then that is an ongoing conversation that you'd have.
You're not going to make somebody gay because you talk about it. You're gay because you're born gay. It's kind of, so yeah.
Let me decide what my child learns, when and where, and how to educate them about it, because the schools are doing it in their own tainted way, where they're just trying to do it their way, but actually my child has more questions and they're not in a place to give those answers.
Do I think the state is the group that should do that? Absolutely not. I think the state's a terrible organisation to do most of putting forward, only because it doesn't have a great track record, and it's not very good at critiquing itself to go, where can we be better and how can we improve? Although people might disagree with that, I'd be very happy to have that conversation. I think ultimately I would probably believe in a weird old-fashioned sense of parents should be best to have those conversations, and they know best when their children are ready.
Since in school they need to learn about how is the body conform, how the reproduction is, why the people reproduce in their different ways, or etc. I think sexual education is a must.
I don't think it should be taught to anyone.
It should be 18, if I'm honest.
Not because we want them being free sexually, but to be educated and be safe with themselves.